Okay. Hello.
Alright, let's add him up.
Okay.
Okay, here
Hello.
I am.
Yes, here you are.
How does it sound?
Better.
Alright, let's
Good.
do it now.
Okay, so where to start with Halo 3? That was a hell of a question.
Um, we could start at the ending of Halo 2.
Boo.
Never played Halo 2.
You should.
No, you should not.
Yes,
Yeah,
you should.
I didn't even know about Halo 2, and then I learned about it, and then I played a little bit of like broken multiplayer,
I should probably take these pills that are going to keep me alive.
and then that's about it.
You need to go through Halo Combat Evolved, Biggie.
Dude, I was trying to play Halo Anniversary Edition, but they broke the game so bad you couldn't play it.
Alright.
Master
Guess
Chief
that's enough.
Collection.
Wow, yeah, I hear tell that was pretty rough.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
multiplayer was broken, and broken.
Oh, man.
You know, it was every Halo game combined. It was supposed to be good, and then it was just terrible.
That seems to be happening quite a bit lately. They release games that just are just fucked up beyond all recognition, as Oompy
Yeah,
would say.
dude. Yeah, games that are released for console and get pro converted to PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so today is September 17th, but we are going to be posting this episode on September 25th, which is the 10th anniversary of Halo 3 coming out. Oddly enough, today is the 155th anniversary of the Battle of Antietam, and it has, if you look at the date, it's 1717, and you remember what Master Chief's Spartan number was, 117, so that's kind of funny. Let's see.
Some interesting facts.
Yeah,
Now.
my brain is trying to work right now. I just got up an hour ago, so... Like, how do we convert all that information that I have from Halo 3 into a podcast? Well, naturally, that's where we all met each other, was on Halo 3's multiplayer all those years ago. God, can you believe that's going to be 9 years ago when we met?
It's a long time.
Yeah.
well, considering that you're old as dirt now, I mean...
Shots fired. Shots fired.
To make it even scarier, Oompy is actually older than I was when I met you guys.
Yeah, fuck my life. And despite all these years, I sound like I'm a fucking prepubescent, you know.
Yeah. What
Fucking-
happened, Oompy? Just didn't get lucky with the genetics.
No, I didn't.
Oh my
Diabetes,
God.
They let you down, man.
shitty voices.
I wish to God we had a recording of 13-year-old Oompy voice.
Oh my fucking god.
I would just play that on a loop.
Now, do you guys know if they're releasing a new Halo 3 game? Or, I mean, not new Halo 3, just a new Halo game in general.
I guess eventually. Halo 6.
Who's gonna be the one making it?
343.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be,
Very
that's supposed to be the last one. Right?
Any news surrounding the game?
I haven't heard shit.
Not that I know of. It didn't show up at E3. I know that.
Well, they kind of rushed 5, so they're probably taking their time, I guess.
Well, anything made by 343. Oh my god, I got a fucking bubble on my throat. Ugh.
Tree fitty, Oompy?
Tree fitty. Tree fucking fitty. No, anything made by 343 is probably going to be rushed and broken, so.
That's what you said about Ubisoft.
Yeah, well, am I wrong?
Alright, let's talk Halo 3, guys, because we all love that game. I will always be grateful to that game. Basically, I guess how it all started was I bought my Xbox 360 in November 2006. And basically, I bought 2 games with it, Dead Rising and Oblivion. And those were the only 2 games I played for a long time. And then I think in like May 2007, I actually bought a wireless adapter for the 360 and a What's the wireless router, Impy?
Uh, what do you? Yeah.
Okay, because
Your router.
the 360 you have to buy an adapter to make it wireless, so that was like $100, and then I bought a Netgear router so I could go online. And let's see. So yeah, I did that in 2007, and then the game came out on September 25th, 2007. And I sent my mom off at like 7 a.m. to buy the game when it came out. And then I got to play it for a few minutes before going to work that morning. And then when I came home, I went through the campaign and stuff. The campaign was okay. I mean, what did you guys think about it?
I mean, everything that you could possibly think of a Halo game when it first came out. I mean, fuck, that's when it was in its prime. I mean, it was amazing.
Nah, it wasn't as good as Halo 1, but it was better than Halo 2.
Coming in from Halo 2, I mean, that was the shit. And then going into multiplayer, oh my god, it was the shit.
I want to get done with the campaign, spend like 30 seconds on that, and then multiplayer.
And then go into multiplayer. Well, multiplayer could cover about 14 hours worth of content.
I know. So I just want to get done with the campaign. But yeah, the campaign was okay. I mean, there were some parts I loved, like the last part where you're driving the Warthog and shit. That was awesome. I mean, that was like one of my favorite moments.
I didn't find a campaign that it was just annoying. It was just normal. Just a standard. Just a standard.
Yeah.
There was like the Easter eggs. There was the skulls that you could do. That was an interesting concept.
Yeah. And, I mean, it was a good campaign.
There was variety. There's a lot you could do in it. You get to fly, you get to drive.
Yeah, that was cool.
Things.
The level where you're in the desert and the ship drops off the tanks, the scorpions, that was cool. That's what I mean. The part where you're in that like foresty world, was that on Halo where you get to fly the Hornets and shit? That was pretty cool.
That was the Ark.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was my favorite mission out of the entire game.
And there's the ones with the ghosts where you have to drive the ghosts.
The last part of the last level, I loved the Warhog part. That's like one of my favorite moments in the entire series. The music is kicking, shit's falling apart. It's fucking cool. So yeah, the campaign was alright, but naturally the multiplayer is where the game goes from being good to great.
Agreed.
I had never played online ever before Halo 3, so when I got my wireless shit together, I didn't even use it until Halo 3. But man, I still remember my first match on Halo 3 multiplayer. I was so nervous. I was sweating. I was shaking because I have a lot of pride, with Halo. So I was like, don't suck. And of course I sucked. But it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic. Do you guys remember the first friend I ever made on Xbox Live?
No.
Nope.
Dan Facci, our Canadian friend.
Oh.
Really?
Yep, I met him on, God, what the hell is the name of that map? You know, the one with all the, like, industrial shit, and it's got, like, the two, not really towers, but, it's got it's like you're in, like, a warehouse.
The
that
pit?
one. Yeah, the pit.
The pit.
Yeah, I met him on the pit, and we just were killing each other back and forth. I was like, man, this guy's pretty good, and so I sent him a message, and he responded, and we were friends for a long time.
Ever since.
Did you ever talk to him after that?
Well, I haven't talked to him recently, but he gets on every now and then. I mean, he's a couple of years older than me. He's probably like 35 now, so yeah, he's probably busy with shit.
Interesting.
Yeah, but he was a good guy. Kind of odd, but kind of funny. And then after a couple of months of playing Halo 3, I got sidetracked by Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare when that came out. I played the fuck out of that game.
Call of Duty 4, the original?
Yeah, when that came out in like October 2007, I think.
Okay, to stop you for a moment, I pulled up your Halo 3 record, and your first match you tied for third.
Oh, okay, so I wasn't
with 3 double kills, 2 sticks, and 4 assassinations.
Do you have a date on that?
Do I have a date? 9/25/07 at
Sweet.
6:42 p.m.
Damn, that would have been right after I got off work. Holy shit, Opie.
Yep.
Wow, good work, man. 10 years ago, baby.
Hell yeah.
That is awesome. But yeah, I got sidetracked by Call of Duty 4 for like 6 months, and I made a bunch of friends on there. I mean, they were okay. They weren't like, it wasn't like what Halo 3 would be, but I mean, I knew some cool people on there. Now, how shit got going on Halo 3 for me was I became friends with Chili. Basically, I went to his 13th birthday party in February 2008, and I bought him that Family Guy Blue Harvest Collector's Edition. You guys remember that? That was a Family Guy Star Wars?
Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought him the collector's edition of that for his birthday, and he just instantly loved me for that. I started hugging me and thanking me and shit. I was like, okay.
Quit being weird.
Yeah, quit being weird. But it was good, and then we struck up a pretty good friendship. The funny thing is we were both pretty damn new to Xbox Live, so whenever we asked each other for their gamer tag, we would misspell it or something, so we couldn't find each other. He got mad at me when we finally got it right. He was like, "You said there wasn't a space between Wolfstrife." And I said, "Yes, there is." God. Oh, yeah. How did I become Wolfstrife? I guess I'll talk about that. Basically, my first gamer tag was Strife Contra, which was a pretty shitty gamer tag. And a guy even said to me after a match, "Whoever is Strife Contra, you're a fucking retard." I was like, oh, come on, it's not that bad of a gamer tag. But then I was like, yeah.
Those were the early days of Xbox Live trash talking.
Yes, very early.
Like when the community actually used to be fucking nice.
Well, when they actually...
I never thought the Halo 3 community was nice.
well, I mean, all things considered,
it's pretty,
all
it's
the
pretty
shit
bad.
talking.
People get pretty angry.
Well, at least people talk to each other back then.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Then the fucking party chat system came out.
That's when trolling became a thing.
Well, we'll get to the party chat.
You remember Halo 3 having to press the fucking button to talk?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
If you were past a certain amount of people, you have to be in proximity chat.
Yep.
Or what did I call it? Regular chit chat?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was party chit chat and regular chit chat. But yeah, basically how I came up with Wolfstrife was I thought of the code names in the Metal Gear series, and in the Metal Gear series, basically the code name was a animal and a thing, like Solid Snake, Sniper Wolf, Revolver Ocelot, Vulcan Raven, stuff like that. So I like the word strife. I got that from Cloud Strife, who was the main character in Final Fantasy VII. So I just had to come up with an animal, and I was like, what's the animal I am most like? And I thought a wolf. You know, he can run in a pack, or he can be just fine by himself. So I was like, all right, strife, wolf doesn't really sound that great, so let's do the reverse and go with wolf strife. So I changed it to wolf strife.
And then every day since, he's been known as Wolf Strike.
Yes, thanks to illiterate 10-year-old kids, yes. And I swear to God, a kid once called me Wolf Stick. That's how stupid kids are nowadays.
That's right.
Well, back then, kids
yeah.
today are a little more stupid than that, but you know, whatever.
Hey, Wolf Stick, make me leader. God.
Get wrecked.
Now, here's an interesting question, MP. Was it free to change your name back then, like 2007?
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. The only way to change it back then was if you can ask people to report you, and then you'll get a message saying you have to change your name because of it was inappropriate, and then that's how you'd get it for free.
Because I can't imagine paying $10 to change my name, but I guess
you have to pay
up.
Points to change your name normally.
Yeah, $10. So yeah,
6,200.
No, $10. That would have been, oh my God, points.
I think that was 6,300. 6,300.
No, it was 800. 800.
800 points is $10. 1,600 is 20.
20. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That was funny when they got rid of that shit. Just went straight up credit card cash.
Yeah.
So shit didn't really get going until after my sister's 30th birthday party, where she had it at the where she had it at the Gone with the Wind Museum in downtown Marietta. Basically, Chili came back to my house after that, and we figured out our gamer tags and became friends and started fucking around on Halo 3. And it was like a week or two after that where Chili stayed home from school and met a certain guy named Ramond.
Yay.
Yep. That's when shit really got going. So, yeah, I guess I was still kind of dicking around on Call of Duty 4, but then Chili got me to really get on Halo 3 with him. And he was playing with a guy named Jambalaya at the time, and man, I hated Jambalaya. He was just basically this whiny-ass bitch, kind of like that guy History Buffs a little bit. History Buffs definitely reminds me of Jambalaya. The guy would just bitch the entire time we were playing the game. Like, if somebody killed him, he would just be like, oh, I can't remember what he would say. But he was just, a whiny asshole. And I didn't talk at all back then. Like, I was very shy, very quiet. I just wanted to listen to people to kind of, work my way into it. So I didn't say anything for an entire hour. Like, people were trying to get me to talk, and I just wouldn't talk and shit. But after listening to Jambalaya just bitch and moan the entire time, I just finally snapped on him. I was like, shut the fuck up, you whiny-ass motherfucker.
And you have to remember, Wolf is like 22 at this point.
I was 21, thank you.
I was close enough.
Yes, you were close enough. So
all things considered,
I just scared the fuck out of everybody. I just came out of nowhere and just lost my shit. But Chili was like, hell yeah, Wolf, because he was agreeing with me and shit. So that was like the first time I kind of broke out of my shell, I guess you could say. So yeah, I didn't really like playing with Jambalaya, and I think it was early August or mid-August was the first time I met Ramond and Jalen, and that's when shit really got going. And so basically we started playing with them, and it was just fun, man. Ramond was a funny guy. He knew a shitload of people. And whenever they had a match going, it was always like at least 12 people in it. So we could just play any map and stuff, and Jalen and Ramon just tried to get me to talk, but I wouldn't really talk to them. But after a couple of weeks, I, opened up more, and we were playing Halo 3 basically 6-7 days a week, Now, I think we met Biggie first, right?
I
can't remember. We either met Oompy first or Big Daddy first. I don't know. We were playing with a lot of people. Like, there was this guy, I think, who lived in Texas named Nad Kicker. He was okay. We would sometimes play Call of Duty 4 with him. And then I think we met Big Daddy in November. Do you remember when we met Biggie?
I have no idea, dude.
I remember we were playing on Sandtrap Zombie, and there was this guy dressed up in McDonald's colors. He had his primary was red, and his secondary color was yellow. And he was hanging out on the purple dinosaur, killing zombies left and right. And I remember I was always the best guy at Sandtrap Zombie, but I was like, man, this guy... Because you were off by yourself just rocking balls, Biggie. I was like, man, that guy's pretty damn good. So I think we started talking to you, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking cool, though. And then we met Oompy on, what was the name of that map? Isolation or something? It was that blue one. You remember Oompy?
Yeah.
I think it was Isolation or whatever the hell that blue map was.
Blue map? What do you mean blue map?
Everything was blue. It was that one with the thing in the middle that you could jump on. Like, you had to jump across the thing to get to the golden teleporter thing to go up to the second floor. And there was the rock thing to the side, and, that one.
Right. Are you talking about Guardian, the green map?
I'm pretty sure it was blue, but it might be Guardian. With the one with the gravity hammer underneath the center?
Yeah, that's Guardian.
Guardian, okay. Yeah, that was blue, fuck you. Hey, that kind of rhymes. That was blue, fuck you.
Guardian was a map that they actually took from a campaign map that actually got cut from the original game.
Halo 3 original game?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They took the map out of the campaign because it was supposed to have, like, hornets and shit flying through there and all sorts of weird shit, but it didn't really pan out into the game.
Yeah. So I still remember pretty vividly meeting oompy. Basically, he was wearing primary color orange and secondary color green. And I was like, man, who the hell is this Oompa Loompa guy? So I said, hey, kid, come over here. And you were like, hi. Yeah, it was great. And I was like, I can't remember. It was like, yeah, so we just started talking and shit. And I was like, I started calling you Oompa Loompa. And I was like, it's kind of long. Let me just call you Oompy. And so the rest was history, basically. How about you going to how you got in Halo 3, Oompy? Because you were like in KSI and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it started basically, I got my Xbox, got my shit. I always wanted to get on Xbox Live, but I was 12 and didn't know how to hook up a fucking router, because I'm an idiot. So one day I was sticking around, finally got it working, jumped on there, and the rest is pretty much history. As far as my first map I ever played was on Guardian, and I sucked ass the entire fucking time.
Well, you have to remember, we were not rookies to Halo. I mean, we had all gone through, Halo 1 at least, except for Biggie.
I mean, at that point, I had played all three of them on Legendary. But, I mean, it's nothing compared to, coming in online against actual people.
Well, and you have to remember, too, a lot of these guys probably played Halo 2 multiplayer out the ass for,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of flip-flopped my way around and tried to find groups to hang out with, and eventually I got kicked out of KSI because people were douches. And
thus began our hatred of clans, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you see, the thing is there was a, double XP weekend going on for Rocket Race, right? And,
wow, Rocket Race was around back then? Jeez.
Yep, on, like Rat Trap, I think, the one that you drove around on.
Uh-huh.
And I kept getting put into this match with a guy named Ramond. And I was like, okay, hey, you're on my team. What's up, bud? He's like, what's up? I'm like, okay, sure.
Let me just say that was the great thing about not having a party system, because it made you talk to people, made you make friends, it made you hang out with people. It was so much nicer and easier making friends back then. I mean, Nowadays it's impossible making friends. It's just not going to happen nowadays.
Okay, so moving on from that, we finished the match, and we're like, okay, well, bye, never see you again, okay? And, beep, 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 come back into it. Hey, we're on teams again. Okay, well, this keeps going for about 5 times, and then I'm finally like, okay, fuck it. I'll send you a friend request. And then he, invited me to a couple games, and I met you.
Yep, that was great, man. Even though my relationship with Ramon did turn to shit in December 2008, I definitely have to thank him for, a lot of the friends I made and still have. So, yeah, but, that's great, man. That was, me and Oompy have been friends for almost 9 years. We've gotten together 4 times, I think, in person.
Don't say it like that.
Well, we haven't fucked. There we go.
There might have been some foreplay, though.
I'm not even kidding you. My mom thought he was a fucking pedophile when we first met.
So we called the cops.
God. No, because Wolf wanted to send me, because
they wanted to send him nudes.
No, I'm a big military buff.
Yeah.
So Wolf wanted to send me a documentary on like some aircraft carrier or whatnot.
Yeah,
And
one day in the mail, I got this like two DVD box set of the history of American aircraft carriers. I was like, what the fuck is this? But I was like, I'm never gonna watch this, but maybe Oompy would enjoy it. So I tried to send it to him, and then his mom would not let him give me his address. So I was like, yeah, I'm really gonna go down to Florida.
granted, I'm like 11, 12 at this point.
No,
I'm
you
like,
were 13. You were 13 because
Was
remember,
I?
yeah, it was November 2008. So.
I lived a very sheltered childhood, just for the viewers out there.
Oh, so did Chili. Remember, Chili? He wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's who I was putting up with. How old were you, Biggie, in November 2008? You were born in '92, so you would have been like.
Dude.
I'm too tired to do the math. So '92 to 2008, you would have been 15, 16. Were you that old when we met? I mean, you're turning. Are you 25, Biggie? Or turning 25?
Yeah, man.
Jeez, yeah, you would have been. God dang, you would have been. Yeah, you would have been 15, man, or 16 when we met. Holy shit, Biggie.
And you know what? His voice has not changed at all.
No, it has not.
I know.
I hit that mark early.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
God.
Neither is mine either, so don't worry about it.
I got those genetics.
Oh yeah, how did you get your gamer tag, Biggie?
From listening to Notorious B.I.G.
Nice. Or you got it from BioShock, either one.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, actually the original story was BioShock, that's right.
Yep.
I even forgot my own story.
Chili
But
got
yeah.
his nickname from an episode of Family Guy when the alien Roger, I think his name was, came into the room and he was dressed up as a rapper and he said, they call me Chili because I got ice in my veins.
Funny.
Just putting it out there, I was not always Oompy, and
I was actually looking at Halo 3 video footage last night of our old matches. I actually came across Dragonflyer 117.
oh my fucking god. Biggie, do you remember that?
I remember the gamer tag. I don't remember who that was associated with.
That was me.
Oh.
Dragonflyer 117 over here.
Yep.
Oh my
fucking
God. So yeah, everything was great, man. I would basically come home from work and we would play Halo 3 until like 2 o'clock in the morning with like 10 guys. I mean, we were playing with Chili, me, Oompy, Biggie, Vermond, Jalen, I think, and Zawada. Zawada and Pato might have been there.
Yep, the average night on Halo was at least 4 hours up to maybe 6.
Yeah. And then I would get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and go to work and then come home and play Halo all fucking night. And we did this like 6-7 days in a row, man. All week.
Yeah, for like a couple years.
Yeah. And, God, who else did we play with? Scully was probably there. Yeah, I liked Scully. He was a good guy. And he was like the only other guy. He was the only guy I could talk to about Metal Gear Solid with, other than like Chili and to a lesser extent Poot. I miss Scully.
Because no one cares about that game.
And just pulling in a couple more names.
There's no multiplayer. It's not competitive. You're playing against yourself.
Metal Gear Solid 5, even though I haven't played that yet.
They're playing against AI-controlled bots.
No, you're going up against people. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Good try. Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe.
Just pulling in 2 more names, Nine and Barney.
God, when did we meet Nine, dude?
Who knows?
That might have been 2008. The reason why we called him Nine was because he was 9 years old.
Yeah, yep. 9 was 9 when we met 9.
Yep. And he lived in Anaheim, California. He was a good kid, man. He was a funny motherfucker.
Yeah.
Remember when we tried to hook him up with Lizzie?
Oh my god.
The two of them were like 13 at the time, except she lived in Texas, I think. We were like, oh, they would make the cutest couple ever.
How old is 9 now?
I think 9 is like 18 now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I guess we met Poot in 2008, or Plasmathord. He got his gamer tag when he had a speech impediment. He was trying to say plasma sword, but it came out Plasmathord.
Oh my god. Yep.
Yep. And I think it was in Halo ODST when he got his second nickname, Poot. I have no idea how he got that. I feel like Pato gave him that one.
I wasn't like here for any of this. I was just like playing multiplayer or something.
You were there. You just don't
you
remember anything.
Yeah, you never paid attention.
I was like, because I do not remember any of this.
Well, it was
I remember we played with these people, but I don't remember how they got their names and stuff. This is way too many details.
The funniest thing ever was if somebody we haven't played with in a long time shows up and Biggie just instantly starts hating on this person. I'm like, dude, it's Scully. We've known him for 6 years. He's like, I don't remember him. Get him the fuck out of the party.
Come on.
Like, yeah. Come on. Oh my god, that was the funniest fucking thing whenever you would do that.
Yeah,
I mean, I was never serious about it.
You were like, I don't know this person. Get him out of here.
But like for real though, people were like, I kind of vaguely remember people being a little intimidated by Biggie whenever he came into the party.
Oh,
okay,
nah, come on, man.
Well, yeah, no, I
was the nicest kid around.
Yeah, right. Like, fuck you, Oompy. Fuck you. Get out of here. Kicks me out.
Well, he's big.
There was occasions where I would just block people.
Yeah.
Well, you are a 6'4", 280-pound Ukrainian immigrant, so you are kind of intimidating, Biggie.
A little bit.
Something like that.
Guess what time it is? 117, motherfucker.
12:17, motherfucker.
And it's 118. Rip.
Yeah, well. So basically, my friendship ended with Ramond in December 2008. We were playing Condemned Criminal Origins, which is like now a 12-year-old game, which is insane to me. But it was a great game. Basically, I got mad at him because he was wasting my time on it because I was trying to go through it and get all the achievements. And he was like dicking around on it, so I just lost my temper. And I think we were just spending too much time together, so I don't know. I just lost my shit.
How about the fallout of Oompy and Wolf?
That was like 2 years later, Oompy.
Yeah, I know.
Then, so I didn't talk to Ramon for like 2 months, and then my second Xbox died. So I was offline for like a month. And basically, while I was away, you guys came up with a little thing called the MC Clan. Do you remember that, Oompy?
No.
Marine Corps Clan?
Nope. I don't remember that.
Basically,
was I part of this?
Biggie was a part of the MC Clan.
I was?
Uh-huh.
Nice. I don't remember this. This is good to know.
Neither do I.
Basically what happened when I was away for a month, Ramon met this Marine Corps guy, ex-Marine Corps guy, and he started his own clan where he got a bunch of kids together and like drilled them into Marines. So everything was very orderly and, you know, not very...
Wait, I remember that shit. They tried to get me a part of that. Then I was like, okay, I guess, because Wolf's not here no more. Yeah, that shit.
Like, you would go into a match and there would be like 16 guys there. But it wouldn't be a match. It would be like a training simulator, basically. Like Ramond, I think, he was like the quartermaster. So he would be like at the gun rack. He'd get your name. You'd go up, pick a weapon, and he would be like, okay, go over here.
A lot of role play.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And to be honest, I wasn't really that much a part of it. But, like, I remember me and someone else were just there giving them shit the entire time, being the annoying fucks that we were, because you know me.
Yeah. I think Chili was in it for a little while, but his mom got really sick, so he had to stop playing Xbox for a while, so he kind of left, and Ramon was giving him a lot of shit about that, so that was kind of the end of their relationship, and
I just kind of cut ties with Ramond after a little while. I don't think there was ever hey, fuck you kind of moment.
Yeah. Then I came back in March 2000. God, what was that? March 2009 at that point. And I think I was going through Mass Effect 1, but I kind of came back on Halo 3 too. I gave Ramon one chance. I was like, Chili got us in the party together, and I was like, hey, Ramon, and he was like, homo.
Yeah.
I was like, really, dude? Really? That's the best you can come up with? Get the fuck out of my party. That was the last time the two of us ever spoke. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of the schism of our group. But I mean, we were still friends with Zawada, Pato, Biggie.
Yeah, well, when
Jalen.
you say our group, you mean the old group.
Yeah, the old group. You know, Zawada, Pato, Biggie, Oompy, Chili, Scully. Louis was probably around then.
Yeah, and Louis has always kind of been around, kind of.
Yeah, in the outskirts. Yeah, Louis was fucking funny though. He always sounded stoned. Like somebody would say something to him and he'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
I love Louis. Oh, and the best part about Louis was he was too cheap to buy Xbox Live, so every month he would have to make a fake new profile.
Oh yeah, I still have like 3 of them.
Oh yeah. Everybody still has like a couple of the Louis profiles on their friends list. I think Biggie's got like 2, and there was always a stupid name like XX Sepulveda XX or Hotshot XXX, shit like that. Yeah, Louis was funny. Oh, yeah, I think it was after the Ramon thing. That's when we met the Strongville guys, Mumbles and Rush.
Mumbles of Doom.
Yeah, Mumbles of Doom, and I guess I can't remember what Rush's original gamertag was, but he had a couple. He had like Rush, then he joined the clan and had to change his gamertag to Echo Unit, so I started calling him Dolphin Dick because of the because there was this dolphin game called Echo or Eco or whatever, so I called him Dolphin and then Unit Dick, you know. So he loved that gamer tag. But yeah, Rush, and then he became Rush for whatever reason. So Dolphin Dick, Rush, whatever. He was a good guy. Me and Mumbles were friends for a long time. God, he was the most annoying motherfucker on Monster Trucks. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He would be Oompy too. Oompy would always well, basically, if you don't know Monster
Trucks, annoying but good.
Yes,
I'll say that.
Well, Mumbles was good too. Basically, if you don't know, Monster Trucks is a match the way you try to run each other over with warthogs, or you
try to push them off the edge.
Yeah. You either try to run people over or you try and push other warthogs off a ledge, basically. And Oompy and Mumbles were the guys who would never get in a warthog, so they would always just run around and try and hijack your vehicle and shit. And Mumbles was the master of hijacking. Oompy was the master of just not getting hit, basically.
Yeah, just jumping over shit out of the blue behind you, coming up.
Yeah. And Biggie was probably the second best warthog driver, so he and I would always clash.
And need I say, that's where we came up with the term pulling a chili.
Oh my God. Which one was that? Was that the one where he just ducked and Louis drove up Ghost?
No. Pulling a chili ledge was when you're falling off the edge, you hijack someone, jump off of the warthog, and back up onto the platform as everything's falling.
Yeah, as they fall to their death and you land safely on your feet. Oh my God. Thank you for remembering that. I totally forgot what it was. Full of chili. Holy shit! Yeah, that was great. Do you remember how pissed off Chili would get at Ramond on that match? Because on the old Monster Trucks, somebody put a grab hammer somewhere that you could go and get and come back and just knock everybody off.
Yeah, so if you pin the warthog up between the platform and the edge of the cliff, you could jump up behind some. I thought it was a rocket launcher, but whatever.
No, I think it was like a concrete pylon or something.
But I thought there was a rocket launcher behind there because it had the the energy shields blocking all of that you could walk through.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because if you got on that, it would, launch you up there. Yeah. So that was always funny listening to Chili just go nuts. Do you remember how bad Chili's internet connection was?
Oh my god.
Trying to get in the match with Chili. Oh my god. What was it? Net error? Net? What the fuck was it?
It's open NAT.
Yeah,
his NAT was closed.
Yeah, NAT settings.
But the thing is, Chili would come into a match, and then everybody else would mysteriously disappear.
Then he would be in the match all by himself. Oh my god, that was so
Hey guys, I'm right here. What do you mean you're right here? You've left 10 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, he would be joining a match and he would get there, but he would be by himself. That's right. I remember that shit. God, that was so fucking funny. Let me take a moment to talk about Poot, who couldn't be with us today because he was busy working, I guess. Plasma Thord was probably the greatest spawn killer of all time. I mean, I remember a match on Sky Castle where he was a spawn killing the zombies with a sniper rifle from like 500 yards away, just over and over, and probably got 100 kills doing that. And I mean, I can't tell you how many people quit our matches because of Poot, but he was always a funny guy. He was a good guy. It was I mean, he was always there too, except on the weekends when he had to go to his dad's house. Boo. But yeah, Poot was a good guy. Yeah, we were friends with Mumbles and Rush for a while, and then Mumbles pissed me off, I think in like July 2009 or whatever, so we kicked him out. Oh, I think that was the same match where I got mad at Louis for trolling me, so I kicked him out too. But then like a couple of months later, he was like, Wolf, let me back. And Chili was like, come on, Wolf, it's Louis. And I was like, yeah, I'll let him back, fine. So we let Louis come back, but yeah, we were basically done with Mumbles. I think Rush kind of showed up every now and then over the couple of preceding years, but yeah, I think by then we were just kind of hanging out with Zawada, Pato, and Biggie and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Playing a bunch of Halo.
Oh yeah, it was nuts, man. When did shit hit the fan with Zawada and Pato? Was that like 2010?
Oh god, don't ask me that.
I think it was like April 2010.
All I know is that it happened at like 1 a.m. in the morning when everything kind of hit the fan.
Well, no, it was more of a slow build-up.
Yeah, but I'm talking the final fuck you was.
Yeah, basically Zawada and Pato started high school. Zawada became a total wigger and was just the most annoying.
You shouldn't say that.
Wigger is fine, Oompy.
Nah.
Remember, you can call white people anything, Oompy.
I don't know.
It's got the Biggie seal of approval. What?
Biggie.
Oh, no.
No, you're not dragging me down with that.
You're not dragging me down in this sinking ship. I'm bailing on this. I'm getting the skip and getting the fuck out of here.
Oh my god. Okay. So, yeah,
Cut it out.
Zawada basically envisioned himself as the next Eminem, basically. So every 5 seconds he would just start rapping for some weird reason about anything. So it just got really annoying in the party chat and shit. So we just
Chili bought into that for a little while.
And then he got tired of it too eventually.
Zawada
was just being so annoying. And then basically what happened was, I think the final match was basically Zawada, Pato, and one of their fucking friends I hated, Sheldon. Do you remember him at all? Basically, Zawada, Pato, Ramon, Jalen, Sheldon all lived in Bellevue, Illinois. So they all kind of knew each other. So when we broke with Ramon and Jalen, Zawada and Pato kind of stayed with us, but Sheldon would go back and forth in between. So that was kind of annoying too. And in this time, we became kind of legends for the MC clan, which was still around. So every now and then, now and again they would kind of give us shit for no reason. So we would get like a message from this random guy from the MC clan giving us shit. So yeah, we were still kind of going back and forth with Vermont and Jalen and stuff.
Yeah, they were kind of always in the shadows, kind of watching over us, But then again, we were kind of looking at them too, being like, "Yo, what the fuck are they doing?"
Yeah, because I was competing against Vermont for gamer score basically, so that whole thing was going on. And then whenever I would pass him, I would kind of start shit up, and then yeah, it was just kind of crazy. I still remember that time one of the MC guys just sent me a message saying, "You guys stink. All you do is talk about penis," and I'm like, "Well, he's right about that."
I'd correct you if you were wrong, but
we did talk about penis a whole lot.
What?
Oh yeah.
This ship is sunk. I'm off the ship way before.
You don't remember all the penis jokes we would do, Biggie?
I don't, honestly.
Okay. So yeah, on this final match, we were playing on what was that snowy one that kind of looked like
Avalanche?
Yeah, Avalanche. It was Pato, Zawada, Sheldon against just me and Poot. And it was a capture the flag, and we were very outnumbered, and just, it was just me and Poot doing the last man stand, basically, with our flag. And it was, holy shit.
Hang on. I just found something. Give me 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Give me 1 minute.
MP. Oh, yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
1 second. 1 second.
Just you guys keep on going. I'll
Okay,
thank you. Thank you, asshole. All right.
Thank you. Uh-huh.
So,
well done, oompy.
Me and Pooh were doing last man standing with our flag, and this was like an ultra competitive match because me and Zawada absolutely hated each other at the time. So we weren't even in party chat. We were like that mad at each other. So I wasn't even talking to Poot though. It was just all quiet, and I was just sitting there fucking pissed off, fuming. And basically they were coming in trying to get our flag, and I was killing them with the sword and shit. And I see Poot's in my left side peripheral vision with a sniper rifle. I'm like, all right, I got Poot with me. And then all of a sudden, BAM! Poot blew my head off just to be an asshole. My own teammate. And I was like, all right, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. So that was the last match I ever played against Zawada because I had just lost my shit on that one.
Okay, so going back to Wolf Stick, if you guys take a look into the Skype chat here.
Yeah, I see it. What is this?
I think Wolf will get it a little bit better than that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You have to put that in the video right here.
Okay, I'll try and save that somehow. That's Zawada on the left, right?
Yeah, or was that Chili?
I'm pretty sure that was Zawada. I don't know. Chili was ever red. His armor was always that kind of grayish black with the blue or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's me with thunder and lightning, of course, my submachine guns. So, yeah, that basically ended that relationship, and Biggie kind of left with them for a little while. It took him a while to come back to the light side of things, but...
Well, no, it's because I was just playing different games.
Yeah, and you were doing multiplayer and shit, so, no big deal. And I think it was a little bit after that time, we met a guy named Kasoda, who was the most antagonistic son of a bitch I ever met in my entire life. Like, you could say one thing and he would disagree with it. I mean, just everything you said, he would disagree with. He was the most annoying ass son of a bitch ever. But I bet you I could talk to him right now and he would still be like that. So things were kind of weird after we got rid of them. Well, actually, I think we got rid of them was when we played that match, Oompy.
Right.
Because it was... Okay, this was like the ultimate Halo 3 match of all time. This match went on for like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, basically it was me, Oompy, Chili, Poot, and Kasoda versus...
Canned soda over here.
Well, that was probably the joke, I guess, with this gamer tag. I have no idea. Esoteric asshole. So it was us against, I think, Zawada, Pato, Sheldon, and I can't remember who else. But basically, the match was a capture the flag. And Casoda actually made this match or map himself. It was basically a castle on... It wasn't Sand Trap. What was the other one, Oompy? The sand one? Sandtown or something? It was the one that Lava Pit was on. Shit, I cannot remember. But it was the other sand map. And so basically we had to get into this castle to get the flag and get the flag out of there and bring it back to our thing to score. So for 4 hours... Sandbox, yeah. So for 4 hours, we could not score at all. I mean, we were killing each other by the hundreds. It was just the craziest match ever. We even tried the back door. There was like this underground tunnel up into the castle. They would kill us there. We would try the front door. I tried driving a Warthog through the front door. They would kill us there. Like somebody on our team would get the flag. They would make it halfway there. Then they would kill him and swarm it. And it was just insane. So eventually we started like halo jumping guys from the Hornet down into the castle.
Oompy's idea.
Yeah. And they had like a wraith on top of the castle shooting at us with the machine gun. Yeah, the AA basically with the machine gun and the blue balls of flame. And so they were trying to guard against that with that. And so we would have to kill the wraith with the Hornet. Then we would drop guys down into the castle. And I mean, if you drop down into the castle, it was no holds barred, close quarters combat in there. I mean, it was nuts. So eventually, after like 4 or 5 hours, we got the fucking flag. We got it. We scored, and then we ended that match. We ended it immediately.
Didn't we do an exfil off the roof?
No. I think did we? I thought we.
Yeah, because I thought that was the reason why we did it, because the Hornet got blown up as we were coming back in.
Oh, okay. And then the flag dropped, and then somebody spawned and picked it up or whatever. Okay. So, yeah, it was insane. And so afterwards, Zawada and Pato were calling us cheaters and shit. I'm like, dude, fuck you. I mean, good job on your part. I mean, you held out for 5 hours. But, yeah, we were scoring, dude. That's because you didn't have Hornets. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so, I mean, fuck. We were out in the open. We had maybe 2 walls to protect the vehicles and us as we were fighting our way in, and then we had to run across like a quarter of the map trying to get into the no man's land.
No man's
trying
land.
To get in there.
And they could blow up our vehicles from the castle with like Spartan lasers and shit. So I mean, I mean, it was insane, dude. It was insane. So, and then, they were kind of being dickheads. So that's kind of one of the things that led up to us splintering off again. But, I mean, so after they left, Biggie came back, and we were just kind of playing with Poot and Casoda and people like that. And, things started to wind down, people started leaving our group, like Sega Balls, and I kind of remember Sega Balls. He was a funny kid. I mean, well, not funny, but he was an okay kid. He lived in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, I believe. He had a great gamer tag then, Sega Balls.
Have we mentioned Barney yet?
Oh, Barney. Yeah, Barney was a kid from Texas. The only reason why we called him Barney was because his armor was colored purple.
And the fact that wasn't it because he went to go hide in the fucking purple dinosaur on a...
Yep, that's probably what it was. That's probably what it was.
The downed Phantom on Sandtrap, because we always played Sandtrap Zombie, was to us we called it the Purple Dinosaur for reference. Yep,
and that's what Biggie was standing on when I first met him. So Barney was funny. He was smart though. Remember, he was the one that figured out that glitch on Sky Castle with the teleporter thing.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, he would play as a fat guy, and he would crouch down and get shot through to the castle without getting teleported. Yeah, he was the one that figured that shit out.
Yep, and there was a man cannon shooting you up into the castle, but the teleporters were sitting on top of it. So you had to drive a Warthog or another vehicle through.
Yeah.
It's just
And,
putting that out there so people can have a reference. Because
Yeah.
people probably have no fucking idea of what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I think right now we should talk about our favorite maps and matches. Mine were, because I was always like the party leader just because I was the one who had the maps, basically.
And I was always the one to delay the countdown when it hit fucking 0.
You fucking asshole. Press X.
Yeah, like for like 20 minutes, from time to time,
And then you would get Biggie doing it.
Yep, Biggie, Chili. Then Chili would get pissed. Oompy, quit being a fucking dick.
Start the match. And then you'd hear Biggie doing his maniacal laugh.
And
the best was when you assholes would wait until the screen went black and then you did it, and then that would glitch the entire match, so we would have to restart.
Yeah, people would get kicked and like shit wouldn't start.
But our favorite matches, or at least mine, was Sand Trap Zombie, Monster Trucks. Do you remember that closing in one with the zombie and the shield, and then the map map got smaller and smaller and smaller? You remember that one? Start off with the fat guy, and then you would get zombies progressively as the fat guy killed people, and they would run out and get shot. That was the match that Biggie became like a god with the BR on. And Sky Castle was great. Circle of Doom. Name that after Mumbles.
The one where we actually had to run a obstacle course trying to get to the 2 snipers up in the roof.
Duck Hunt or something.
Duck Hunt. That was it.
Duck Hunt. Pheasant Hunt was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Pheasant Hunt was basically our version of Dead by Dawn or whatever. What the hell's
Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, that was basically our version of that. Basically, a fat guy was hunting people through this maze, kind of. That was a lot of fun. What was some other good ones? Ghost Hunters?
Silent Hill.
Oh, yeah, I made a Silent Hill match. That was a
very good one.
Yeah, the Silent Hill map was pretty damn good. Biggie made a map.
The one on Sandbox.
Yeah, Sky High or whatever.
Yep, that was a good one.
And do you remember the name of the game type he named it?
Fuck.
Big Floppy.
Yes. Hey, I actually have a picture of us in that on the Skype chat right here. The one with me jumping off the back of your warthog. You remember that one?
Oh yeah.
You'd get launched up into the building, and the zombie, the big dude, would be sitting up there with a grav hammer, trying to kill you.
Oh yeah, that was actually a really good map. I was so proud of Biggie. I was like, hey, good for you, man.
I was there when Biggie was actually making it.
Oh yeah.
Because Biggie was trying to show it off to people, and everyone kept tearing it apart, and I was just kind of standing there.
What was another good one? Ghost Hunters was fun. Had a lot of fun. You
Monster
remember
Trucks on Lava Pit?
Monster Trucks and Lava Pit. That was a good one.
Monster Trucks on Lava Pit.
Well, what I liked with Ghost Hunters was, remember that thing I would do? I would jump the warthog across the two things, and I had to sing my Batman.
Oh my fucking god! And everyone would get in the warthog and just fucking be like, "Woo!" We also did it with Mongoose as well.
Oh yeah, Batman, fucking Robin.
That was a fucking good map.
Yeah, that was a good one. What was some other? You remember that football one? That was a fun one.
Yep.
Used to play that against Zawada and Pato a lot. I miss Pato, man. He was a good guy. I think we would still be friends with him if it wasn't for fucking Zawada. Pato was really into history and stuff, so yeah, I kind of miss him. But what was some other good ones? God, Biggie actually found some not too long ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Remember that shark one, the Jaws one or whatever?
Oh yeah.
When we were in the water and shit. And what was that one where we were on? We were in the warehouse, not the pit. The one on Ghost Hunters.
Foundry.
That was Foundry. Where you had I think it was called. Shark or something, where the zombie guy was a white guy, and we were in these. You'd start off in these containers, and you'd jump out.
Oh yeah, it was Shark Hunt or something like that. I don't fucking know, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was a good one. Then I made that I made that sword fighting one. There was like a ninja one, and yeah. Oh, that was Poot who actually made Vikings. Yeah, because he had just played Viking. Yeah, that was a good game. But yeah, Poot made a pretty good match. And then I made that Molotov cock tease referencing that character on Venture Brothers. That was a good one. Let's talk about our sword fighting abilities.
Me.
Zawada changed sword fighting on Halo 3 forever because he came up with the stutter step. You would walk back and forth, back and forth, back and forth really quickly, like towards your opponent, and then you would jump back and the guy would think you were coming towards him, so he'd swing a sword and miss, and then you would charge forward and kill him when he was pulling the sword back. That changed everything.
Except the fact that I was still better than all of you. Fuck.
You were a lagging douchebag.
Bite me.
That was all lag on your part.
My ass.
Now when we would get together and do sword fighting matches, these things were fucking brutal because we were all really fucking good. Like, I mean, these were bloodbaths when we would play sword fighting matches.
Everyone but me.
Well, But the thing is, so we would be slaughtering each other, but whenever we would fight somebody who has not fought with us with swords, holy shit, we would own them. In fact, the last achievement I got on Halo 3, because I wanted to pass 100,000 gamer score on Halo 3, so the achievement I went for was a 5-point achievement. So I had to play other games to get up to 99,995 to get this one, because I wanted it to be exactly 100,000. So the achievement I went for was Stepping Razor, basically get a triple kill with the sword. So I actually got on matchmaking and was like, all right, all you have to do is find a sword and you're good, because of all the practice I had going up against you guys with swords. And after a couple of hours, I got a sword and bam, 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 killed him, no problem. It was awesome. And so I finally got to 100,000 gamer score, even though I think Ramon beat me to it, that cocksucker. But I think I have a lot more gamer score than him now, so yeah.
I'm sorry, did we mention McLovin yet?
We have not gotten to the Afton boys. That was a good segue from me getting to 100,000 gamer score. All right, the Afton boys are 3 guys who lived in Afton, New York. One, I guess the first guy we knew from Afton, New York.
One built his house from hay. One, sorry.
Yes, the big bad wolf did blow them. Thank you very much. All right, the first guy we met was a guy named Dragon Reborn 74, and just to fuck with him.
And Dragon Reborn 74.
Yeah, just to fuck with him. Whenever we saw his name, like Dragon Reborn 74 won a match, or Dragon Reborn 74 died, we would always go, Dragon Reborn 74. 74? 4? He hated that. But then one day,
it would be every 5 fucking seconds, or every time he died. Oh, look, someone killed Dragon Reborn 74.
Yeah, that was great. But lucky for him, one day he changed his armor color to brown, and so we started calling him Scooby. So that kind of stuck. So we had Scooby. Then he brought his friend from school, Jesse, who was this weird, like, sociopath motherfucker. This is a weird
Jesse
guy.
Wasn't that bad.
I know, he was okay. We actually ended up playing Guitar Hero with him, I think, a good bit. And then eventually we got Mick Levin, who was a really cool kid. I really like Mick Levin. He's a nice guy. I definitely liked him more than the other Afton boys. But yeah, Mick Levin was fun. He was our drummer on Rock Band and World Tour, I think. So yeah, he was. I wish we could still hang out with him. Yeah, he was a good guy. But yeah, basically they were really fun and kind of funny. Yeah, they were a good group of guys. But basically, oh god, do you remember that giant zit Scooby had?
Ugh, don't go there.
He had a zit on his nose the size of a quarter. I am not shitting you. I felt so bad for him having to go to high school with that. Oh my god.
And wasn't around that time, reference, the buttermilk biscuit box.
Yeah, the first picture of Oompy ever. Oh, God. That was... Oh, and Chili's ass.
Oh, my God, no.
Chili sent us a picture of his butt, and I was like, nice, Chili. But then Oompy thought it was a chick's ass. But until he realized it was a ball bag. And then he was like, oh my God, Chili, no. Oh, that was funny. But yeah, McLovin was good. We got kind of famous in their high school. They were telling people about Wolf Strife and Oompy and Big Daddy and stuff, so that was kind of cool. Is there anybody else we haven't mentioned? I mean, we talked about Poot, Biggie. Well, Biggie's here, even though you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, Biggie, you're the quiet one today.
Well,
we really haven't gone.
Yeah, last count, I'm at 4,791 custom game matches.
Yeah, the sheer number of hours we put in.
Oh yeah, I mean, we put thousands and thousands of hours into Halo 3. Great times, man. God, it was so fucking funny. I just wish that we knew what a podcast was back then. We would have been rich and famous.
Among other things.
Yeah. We would have been laid.
Something like that.
Yeah, we just had so many great moments on there. It's just so fucking funny too, man. It's a shame all that's been lost to history, but we still remember most of it.
Oh, the question mark.
Yeah, the question mark on Facebook. Yep, we had that going during this time. Basically, on Facebook, me and Oompy would just, I just put a picture of a question mark, and then we just went from there, just talking about weird, stupid shit over and over and over again. We should bring that back. Like we would do cock jokes about the founding fathers, like John Hancock. The stupid shit like that. What was the other ones? You came up with a good one, Oompy. George Washington or something?
No. Hang on.
Are you going to go look it up?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, we had a good time on Facebook during this time because we had like the Afton Boys and Poot and shit.
Remember, that was kind of the advent of Facebook too, so.
Yeah, because I joined Facebook in like February 2010, I think. Can't believe I've been on Facebook for 7 fucking years. That's crazy. But yeah, basically on Facebook, we would just call Poot fat and stuff like that.
Among other things.
His profile picture was the douchiest thing I'd ever seen in my life. It was him sitting on a front porch with an acoustic guitar in black and white. It was just, oh my God, the douche chills. You guys know how angry I used to get at certain people.
At certain people or at all people?
Well, yeah. That was so fucking
certain people who happen to talk to me on a regular basis, I mean.
Yeah. Basically, I came out of my shell, and then I took a shit on my shell, basically. I went from a quiet, shy guy to running the matches every night, to cussing out people, losing my temper, and then, doing a podcast on YouTube. So thank you for breaking me out of my shell, guys.
Thank you for breaking my will to live.
Yeah. God. So, we're getting to the end of it, I guess. I'm trying to think.
Well, we haven't spoken too terribly much about Chili and how that kind of went down. I mean...
Well, he just stopped playing with us, stopped talking to us, and, yeah, that kind of sucks. I mean, Biggie, we don't do a lot with Biggie, not nearly as much as I would like to, but I always know that Biggie's got my back, like today. He was on time. He's just a good guy. Everybody loves Big Daddy.
No.
Well, we came up with a bunch of nicknames for Biggie. Like, I think, didn't I come up with Maximus the Destroyer on Battlefield 3 for you? Yeah, that was a good one. God, who else did we talk about? Shit. We never talked about our knuckle measurements. Do you remember that?
No.
Speaking of us talking about penis all the time, basically we came up with a measuring system
How many knuckles? Right.
Yeah, we didn't we were too lazy to go grab a ruler, so we would just measure our penises with our knuckles.
Well, when you say we, you mean you.
As a joke, we just called Dan Facci one of his nicknames. We just called him 12 Knuckles. Oh God, that was so fun, man. I just wish we knew what a podcast was, because God damn, we would have been recording every night. Oh my God, can you imagine how awesome that would have been, recording matches and shit? Would have been so funny. Maybe we should say goodbye to Halo and then just start afresh, start anew. Because Big E's gonna have to get an Xbox X pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely wanting to play games with people more and do more episodes, do live streaming and shit. So yeah, and Biggie and I still need to talk about Black Sails, Vikings, Game of Thrones. So there's plenty of stuff for us to talk about. Narcos, Marco Polo. Too bad I got canceled, but oh well. God, there were so many catchphrases we came up with on Halo 3. My mind's kind of blanking. Do you want a cookie? That was one.
Yep. By the way, you owe me like a couple dozen cookies. Probably more.
Oh, yeah. Too bad you're diabetic now.
You motherfucker.
So what were some of the other catchphrases we came up with? Like doing the dance was when somebody was trying to snipe you, I think.
Being a douche is whenever Biggie came into the party. God.
Whenever we would go up against a fat guy, we would call it what was it? Going north and south.
Oh, TikTok.
What was TikTok?
It was hitting someone from the front and the back.
I thought that was going north and south.
No.
Yes. Chili,
No.
if Chili was here, he would agree with me. North and south, what we called it. North and south.
Well, north and south kind of involved into TikToking them.
Oh, okay. What was some other ones? Shit. Damn, there was so many fucking funny catchphrases we came up with. Shit, I can't remember. That sucks. Oh well. I think most of our catchphrases were on Battlefield anyway. So,
guess who's on Facebook right now?
Yeah,
Chili.
He told me he was at work.
Well, he might be, but then again,
that's all right.
You know, I don't know about that.
I know. But yeah, my nephew got mad at Chili because Chili definitely owes him a couple of cookies. So shout out to my nephew and Chili not giving him cookies, I guess. So do you want to finish up? Do you want to do final thoughts on Halo 3? I mean, what do you want to do? Final words and final thoughts, Impy, on Halo 3? Make them good. I mean,
Halo 3, it wasn't so much about the game, but the people that we played it with. And the experience would not have been nearly anything that it was without the people, both good and bad. And even though it's all over and all said and done and people have moved on, it's the experiences that we'll remember and cherish for the rest of our lives.
Good stuff. I love Biggie.
Also, Biggie's a fucking douche.
Yeah, so basically when we played Halo 3, imagine this for like 4 hours straight.
Hey, Oompy, why the fuck do you sound like you're fucking 12? Why do you sound like a 12-year-old British kid?
And then your mom would get on the mic and talk to us, and she would sound exactly like you.
Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Oompy.
God, that sent a shiver down my spine.
It starts laughing.
God. Yeah, I guess my final.
Your final thoughts.
Your
final thoughts.
I was channeling Nathaniel Hall there. I guess my final thoughts would be that, man, Halo 3 was awesome. I mean, I met great people on there, lasting friendships. I mean, God, I'm talking to two guys I met on a video game 9 years ago, and we're still friends. I mean, that's crazy. It was just really cool, man, because I was always like the party leader and shit. So it was fun trying to entertain you assholes all those years. And just having to deal with the little kids. Hey, Will Strike, make me leader and just shit like that. But it was fun, man. It was fun picking maps for you and stuff like lava pit and shit. It was fun.
Oh my god, the annoyingness of monster trucks and lava pit being repeated in your ear over and over and over.
Over and over. And playing Sand Trap Zombie was some of the funnest shit I've ever done in my entire life. And just watching all the people who hated it quit, and then new people coming and quitting. It was fun. I guess I should talk about, it was a quick rotation. But God, remember, we could hop on a multiplayer game and have that many people show up. Like, that was the power we had back then. And I mean, Ramon knew people. I mean, he had connections. Like, there was that time I met the guy from Red versus Blue, Caboose or whatever. You know, he had connections to a lot of people, so we definitely got to play with a lot of people. I guess real quick, I want to mention I had the record for highest kill count on Sand Trap Zombie. Biggie had the first record. It was 216 kills, and then I got 269, and then I think Chili had the most kills in one round. Wasn't it like 107 or 117 or something? So that was kind of crazy.
Wait. Sand Trap Zombie. Hold up. Me and Shelley on a fucking hog. Didn't we beat that record?
What, the one round one?
Yeah, the 1 round record.
I don't think so. I think that was maybe 70, and then Chile just went
Hang on. I'm gonna have to pull this up. I'm gonna call some shit here.
No, I mean, it doesn't matter. I hold the record, 269, and I was also the best zombie on there too. So yeah. You had to be clever on that one. Remember those fuckers who would jump off the thing with a graph hammer and end up behind you and shit? That was crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's Sand Trap Zombie is where legends went to live and die, basically. If you were good on that, you were good at Halo. But yeah, I mean, I just had so many great times and moments with you guys. I mean, this game will always have a special place in my heart, which is why I passed the 100,000 gamer score with it, because I wanted to do something big with that game.
Wolf, don't make me cry.
Just get to it so we can end the fucking episode.
Wolf, don't make me cry.
I am being serious, though. I love Halo 3 because it was great, fun, and because I met you guys. So, there.
Fine.
All right, oompy, you got it? Yeah.
Got what?
Aren't you going through our Sand Trap Zombie matches or whatever?
Yeah, here, let me just go through these 3,500 matches.
I wish I had recorded my match where I set the record, but I know I didn't. Dumbass. I do kind of feel bad because Louis wanted to be in this episode, but my phone's in the other room. But we love you, Louis. You're a badass. You have a new kid and stuff, so you're kicking ass in life, man. He works for the railroad. He works for the railroad company now. So Louis, we love you. You're doing good, man. And, and so just to finish up, I want to thank Bungie for making Halo 3, and I want to thank you guys for playing Halo 3 with me. So take it easy, guys. Thanks for all the good times.